Everyone, thanks so much for tuning in for this video. This has been a much requested video about nails, specifically the glue-on nails that I wear so often. I'll get asked, are those acrylic nails? Do you get those done at a salon? And the answer is no. I have never ever gotten my nails done that way. I've always used these when I'm not just, feeling like actually painting my nails. I use these glue-on nails, which are actually very easy to use, very inexpensive. A box of these on average will run you, maybe $5 on average, a little more, a little less, depending on what brand you get. Even my friends will ask me, where did you get your nails done? I'm like, in my house, on my couch, because I did them myself. I'm not dealing with quite the damage that the acrylic nails will give you, but I'm getting the very same look of that really, nice, polished, professional, clean, neat looking nail. Some people talk about, well, that's still damaging because you're still putting glue on your nail. But at the same time, if you are removing these in the right way, if you're doing it gently, and just really taking care as you do that process, you're really not going to leave your nails in poor condition. I feel like my nails are still strong even after I take these off, and I've used them, quite a few, I guess boxes worth in a row. Quite a few applications, and I still feel like my nails have not lost much, if any, strength through this process. So I will show you at the end of this video how to take them off, but first I want to talk about some of the best brands of these. So when you're looking at that wall of nails in your drugstore or at, Walmart, Walgreens, wherever it may be, what is actually a good nail to use for that. Now, many of these nails are designed to stay on for about 7 days, so you can put them on, they'll be good for a week, and many of these brands advise you not to wear them past the 7 days. So keep that in mind if you're, kind of planning, what events or what sorts of things that are going on in your life that you want to have nice nails for. You can kind of plan around that. I can probably count the amount of times on one hand that these nails have come off prematurely, and I feel like, some things you want to keep in mind, which I will go through when I talk about application, are the size of the nails. The better they fit your nail, the less you have to kind of stretch that nail out to actually fit on top of your natural nail, the better it's going to stay on there, the longer it's going to last. It's going to be very unlikely to pop off and for that seal that the glue has formed to start to break, because the nail, if it's too narrow and curved like that, and then you try to squash it down on a wider nail, it's going to be more likely to want to pop off, and that glue is going to lose its bond. So hopefully that makes sense there. You really need to pay attention to the fit. Think about the size of your hand. When I go through some of these different brands of nails, it's going to start to make sense to you. Okay, if I have smaller hands, I might want this, or if I want shorter or longer nails, this or that. So let's just go ahead and get started, and I'll tell you about some of the different brands that I liked. No need to ask me at the end of this which brand stayed on the best, because I have had a good experience with all of these. They all had really good staying power for me, so that's why I picked them. Yes, even though I'm telling you about 5 different brands here, I've still tried others that did not work as well as these, so keep that in mind. First off, if you have small fingers and small nails, I would highly recommend the Broadway Real Life Petites. And so these are an extra short nail here. You can see by the model's hand there, they're very natural looking, but what makes these very easy to apply as well is these nails have kind of a tab there. So when you go to put them on and you've got glue on your finger, you go to place that nail on and you don't have to touch your finger at all or get glue on your hands. And this breaks off completely clean to where you've got a nice finished nail there, and you can just toss the little tip. And the Real Life Petites are some of the shortest nails that I have used. You can see the white part there is very, very short. So you're really going to, if you're not a person who is used to wearing fake nails at all, you're not going to really have much of an adjustment that you have to go through to make these work. Again, smaller hands, smaller fingers and nails, the Broadway Real Life Petites are a very good choice, especially if you like a very, very short nail. Next, I have a suggestion for those who maybe like a little bit longer nail. These are a medium length, whereas the other ones I talked about were a petite length. These are medium, and this is from Kiss, and it's called CustomFit, and you get a lot of different sizes here. And all the brands that I'm talking about, you're going to get anywhere from 36 to 24 nails. This is on the high end of that. You're going to get 36 nails and 20 sizes here. So if you have difficult to fit nails, and this specifically recommends for flat nails, so if you find that you've used nails like this in the past and you've really had to kind of stretch, that nail has had to, you know, really be flexible and kind of stretch itself a little bit to fully cover the surface of your nail, then you may want to try these out. It says perfect for hard to fit nails. You get a lot of different sizes. There's also a little moon where the cuticle is. I don't know if that's showing up, but right there at the bottom you can see this little bitty arch right there. That's called the Cuticle Moon. And you can see the length is a little bit longer. I can show you what some of those other ones look like that remain in my box here. So a little bit longer nail. I have the feeling you could probably get these in a shorter length too, but if you feel like you have kind of a wide nail area or a flat nail area, these might be a good thing to try. They're very natural looking too. There's nothing strange about the color or just the overall appearance. It's still just kind of a classic French manicured look. Now, if you're not such a big fan of the French manicure, if you don't necessarily love the high contrast that, you know, going from white to, you know, that kind of nude pinkish peach color, if you want something that's going to look a little more subtle and natural, consider this other Broadway option called Nude French Deceptions. And these are really neat because the nail is not quite so, you know, stark white on the tip. What I have is, it says the most natural moon, and it's a softer white tip. So what I have here, I've worn these before and I had a lot of questions about them because they are kind of unique, but you can see how the white tip there is much more subtle. So if that's something you want to try, maybe you always do nails like this and you just want something that's going to appear a little bit different, a little more natural perhaps, try this. These are in a short length, so they're not quite as short as those Petites that I showed, but they're still very much in, you know, a short, easy to wear length, and again, they just look a little more natural. Now, sometimes maybe you've got a prom or some big event to go to and you want to jazz up your nails a little bit, make them look a little more fun. Probably my favorite brand of nails that really does have cute designs on them are the Revlon Runway collection. Not only do they stay on well and you have a variety of sizes, you get 24 nails in there, but there are some really cute patterns on them. This one that I have, for example, is Sequins. And you can see that they've just got that really cute little, you know, silvery border there on it. Just super cute. Finally, I'm going to tell you about just a go-to brand, one of my favorites. Again, I've liked all the ones that I've talked about, but if you're looking for classic, really super durable nails, the Nailene So Natural Chip Proof are really, really good. And what I have is this short length, square shape. It says 3 times longer wear, more comfort, more natural. You get 24 nails and 12 sizes, and they look really good. I mean, they're really natural. They're a very easy to manage length, and they really don't chip off. Not too long, not too short. I think they really wear very well, and I'm going to show you how to put these on. So when you get your nails, I'm using my Nailene So Natural nails as an example here. You're going to get a tray of nails. This one contains 24. Some of them are obviously on my other hand right now, but you also get a small glue to use. You get a file that you're going to want to use to file your nails down before you apply them. And then you also get a little tool that you can use to either clean out under your nails or push your cuticles back. So what you'll notice on this hand is that I was able to apply these nails without really any gap between my nail and my surrounding cuticle area. So the nail is on there and you're not seeing any of my natural nail there. It's a very good fit, and I was able to find a good fit for all 5 of my nails on this hand, and the same as, you know, what I was able to find for this hand as well. First thing you're going to want to do is actually give your nail a little bit of a file here if you need to. Sometimes if you're going with some of these really short nails, you may want to basically get the nail just trimmed down a bit. So go ahead and do that if you need to. Next, I would go ahead and apply maybe a lotion to my nails. I like the Vaseline Intensive Care Healthy Hands and Nail Cream. And so just apply a little bit of that, and this is going to really help you push your cuticles back. The reason why you want to push your cuticle back is because the further back you can put your nail, the longer it's going to last. It's not going to show as much when the nail grows out. So I'm going to use this little tool, and you can see it's got kind of a flat side there. And now, since I've put that lotion on there, my cuticle is very easily just pushing back a little bit for me. Next, I want to find a nail that best fits this finger. So, you know, it may take a little trial and error, but before I ever glue it on, I'm just going to sit it on there. And I'm looking for a nail that's not having to stretch or really, you know, expand it all to fit the nail. You want it to just naturally sit on there without having to really change its form. The more it has to change its form, the more likely it's going to pop off prematurely. So I think I've found one that's going to work here. So then I'm going to take my glue and apply that glue all over my finger. You may notice instructions on the box tell you to put it on the finger and the artificial nail, but I kind of feel like that way I end up with too much glue and it's really seeping out along the edges. So I'm just going to apply it directly onto my natural nail. And if you're in a good lighting situation, you're going to be able to tell when you've gotten the entire nail covered. Get that glue all the way from the bottom all the way to the tip of your nail. And you don't have a whole lot of time to work with this because soon that glue is going to dry. It doesn't take long. Next, you could use a pair of tweezers if you wanted to, just to get your placement right. But once you place this nail on, really push it down first. So you want to go down like that and then press it at the tip, okay? So you're really anchoring that nail right in next to the cuticle and then pressing it down. And I'm holding it very firmly right there on top of the nail. You don't really want to press on either side here near the side cuticle because then you're likely going to smush out some glue. So press right on top of the nail. It may even help if you can press your finger down on some kind of surface that's near you and kind of press on top of it that way. Or just, like I said, use a finger that is dry, that has no glue on it. Press right on top. So now I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process on the rest of my nails here, and I'll join you when I'm done. Okay guys, so here we are with the finished product. You can see the nails are now on there on all 10 of my nails. They feel very secure. They also are just completely the right fit. Don't try to make a nail work that does not want to fit your nail. If you've tried, I mean, there's enough sizes in these kits that I think most, you know, are going to fit your nails. However, if you have, you know, wider nails or more petite nails, pay attention to some of the recommendations I gave earlier. Also, with these little nail glues, these are nice to keep with you in your purse. I have not had issues with these like coming undone and spewing all over your bag. That would be a nightmare, but it doesn't hurt to keep this with you just in case, you know, you do slam your hand, you know, as you're shutting your car door and a nail comes off or something like that. So if you do want to be able to repair it very quickly, you can do that if you just keep the glue with you. Now, probably the second most asked question regarding nails, other than how you put them on, is how you take them off. So here's a look at some video of me taking off the nails that I used before this set here. Now, when it comes to taking off your nails, many of the packages on the back will give you some directions for that specific kind of nail. However, I've tried a lot of different kinds, and across the board, the general recommendation is to soak your nails in an acetone nail polish remover, and it will allow the artificial nail to basically dissolve. It will soften, and you can kind of peel it right off. So, like what I have here is a Sally Hansen Vitamin E and Aloe Quick Off moisturizing nail polish remover, and it does have acetone. However, I do run into some scenarios where the nail is just like clearly it's not, you know, that heavily glued on, like towards the end of, say, you know, your week, your 7 days that you've worn them, they're about ready to come off. And like in that case with this one, it's just like a matter of just kind of popping it off. Like sometimes they do come off just that easy, and then you might still have a little glue residue, and at that point, you know, you may want to give your use your nail polish remover, give it a soak, and really clean off the nail. Okay guys, I hope that thoroughly explains for you, how to use these glue-on nails. It's an inexpensive way to get a really polished look. It's something that you can do fairly quickly. I mean, I've gotten to the point where probably in about, 15 to 20 minutes I can get these on, and that takes into account looking for the nails that fit best and, finding just the right match for your nails. You may run into some sets where the nails are actually numbered. So like if a number 3 fit your ring finger on your left hand, you may be able to find that same one and put it on your right hand, and that may sort of speed up the process a little bit. Not every nail comes that way, but hopefully from this video you've gotten ideas of some good brands, how to put them on, and how to take them off. So thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great day.